I cannot stand incorrect grammar. This is Aika. She really is a nice girl. She enjoys normal girl things like cosplaying and hanging out with her best friend Miroki. Sometimes they even cosplay together. But there's more to this innocent looking girl than meets the eye. A side she's kept hidden for ages, until now. As you see, Aika is a grammar Nazi. In my experience, you're either with the grammar Nazis or against them. Grammar is a tricky subject because you might have, like, for example, a good fan fiction story, and you love the plot, and it's well executed, but then they have crappy grammar. And if you're anything like me, you cannot stand that. Honestly, if I'm reading a fan fiction and I like it enough, I can sometimes get through it, but other times I will honestly just stop reading it altogether because I just can't put up with that grammar. Like, for example, when people use the wrong usage of your. Okay, your, as in Y-O-U-R apostrophe R-E, that is you-are. Y-O-U-R is possessive. Okay. I don't understand why people just can't get this through their minds. Like when they say, they don't even have to be doing anything like mean or rude. If they say you're welcome and they use the possessive form. My welcome what? Do I own welcome? No. So use it properly. It's Y-O-U-R apostrophe R-E. You are welcome. I don't understand why that's so hard to get. If you want to use the excuse like, oh, it's the internet, no one cares, well, guess what? I care. For the name and sake of Aika, please, fix yourself. I know people who have said, well, I only use correct grammar on school projects. Otherwise, I don't think it matters. Okay, that's pretty much like saying, oh, I only do the speed limit when cops are watching. Okay, obviously it's not that extreme, you're not endangering lives, but still, you get the point. God. If you're gonna bother to use it correctly at all, then you might as well use it all the time. If you're gonna talk in text lingo, fine, do that. But if you start to get, let me arrange my thoughts. If you bother to use complete sentence structure and speak properly, then you might as well go all the way and take your grammar along with it. Something else people mess up are there, and there. T-H-E-I-R, which is showing someone's ownership of something. T-H-E-R-E, yes, showing like a location, like that's over there. And T-H-E-Y apostrophe R-E, as in a contraction of they are. People just will post stupid stuff like, there is someone here that I cannot stand, but they will use T-H-E-I-R. That doesn't make sense at all. Or they're so annoying and they use T-H-E-R-E. Over there is so annoying? I don't understand. What are you trying to tell me? Please use your communication and social skills that you've been taught since the beginning of time and get your possessive and other nouns correct. Dear Lord. I'm not sure if I'm making any sense at all right now. I'm just kind of saying everything that comes to mind because there's so much and it's all jumbled up in my mind and I did not pre-record anything, write anything down as I should have. And also, something else people don't really get on about but using commas. If you have a long sentence and maybe it doesn't just feel right, maybe you're missing a comma or something. Because sometimes a sentence will be just kind of rambling on, but if you add a comma or two, it corrects the flow of it, and it sounds more natural in your mind and doesn't sound disjointed and awkward or anything. I don't know how many times I've been reading a fan fiction and I've had to resist the urge to copy paste it into a Pages document and fix it up for a minute so I can read it and enjoy it. I actually have done this before and it's kind of a waste of time, but I'm Aika. I don't give a crap. I have all the time in the world. Also, spelling. This is slightly more understandable, I guess. Not really. I just thought I'd make you feel better about yourself. Some spelling mistakes I can understand. They're a typo, you didn't notice them. But when you spell a word completely wrong, and it doesn't even look right, how do you not notice that? Did you spell it so incorrectly that even spell check didn't have any suggestions for you? Because that is a sad state. I've been there, and it's not fun, and I don't ever want to go back to that place again. Maybe English isn't your best subject, but can you at least try your hardest? And if somebody corrects you, unless they're being a total douche, which does happen, do not get all uppity with them, maybe thank them and remember it for later. Because one too many times I've corrected someone and they're like, oh, you're just trying to get on my nerves, or you're just doing it to spite them. No, I'm doing it because they are getting on my nerves, and they are spiting me. This also has happened to me. Have you ever been arguing with someone over Facebook or Tumblr or freaking Yahoo Messenger? I don't know. And you're arguing about, I don't know, who your favorite football team is, or you don't agree with what someone said because you thought they were being a jerk or racist or whatever. And you're arguing with them. And in your horrible, rage-induced rant, you mess up with your spelling and grammar because you are angry at them. They insulted your ways and you do not care. And then they start correcting your grammar. I've been guilty of this, but I try not to do it so much anymore, unless that's what the argument was about in the first place. But it somehow goes from being a debate about your religious views to who can one up the other in their grammar and spelling skills. If you cannot continue supporting your views and ideas with logical statements and good reasoning, and you have to resort to fixing people and making them into an English teacher, then you are a sad sack of potatoes, my friend, because clearly you're losing this argument. Give up now. Like I've said, I've been guilty of this in the past, but really, I try not to do it anymore, because I understand that you are getting angry and you will not stand for this, and right now grammar and spelling are the least of your concerns because someone just told you they didn't like the Steelers. Lord help you. Like, you're getting into this really heated argument and you know that you were winning and you were kicking some ass, and then this person has the nerve to go and correct your grammar when a few minutes ago they were doing the exact same thing as you and not including any apostrophes or capitalizing their letters. I'm sorry, but I really don't know any effective way to stop them. If you do, please comment and tell me so. All I can say is to fix up your grammar, to calm down, for one. Fix up your grammar and start typing to the best of your abilities and then kick their ass another way. Continue backing yourself up with all your facts and your logic and your reasoning, and make sure you dot all your I's and include all your commas and leave them no room for argument. beat them at their own game. I'm not saying that you have to be a grammar Nazi, grammar Gestapo, spelling police like I am. And I I will admit that I am not like that when I'm like chatting with my friends or something. But when I'm talking to people, like sometimes even when I'm texting or like if I post something, I make sure I have correct grammar because I know that my friends understand what I'm saying. But if other people read that, I want them to know that I'm not like incompetent or ignorant. Basically, what I'm trying to get at here, kids, is you don't have to be a grammar Nazi to speak your language properly. Please and thank you. Take my advice.